Before I speak, I'm going to ask Ms. Boston, I know that you're our vice chair of our school board, and the person you'll be working the closest with, Mr. Wallace, and so I'm going to ask her to come and say a few words, and we're excited about this. Carolyn Boston, can we go around?
Well, good morning. I think it's still morning. I just want to say just a few words briefly that I'm looking forward to working with Mr. Wallace on the school board. I've had an opportunity to sit down and talk to him briefly about the great work that we're doing on the school board and his opportunity to be a part of that work and representing the District 7 that he will be representing on the school board. So I'm glad to see that you're coming on board today and excited about working with you. So looking forward to that. Thank you.
And before we get to the actual swearing in, I see Betty Francis in the back. Can we give her a round of applause? She led this effort. And I should, I don't know if this was said downstairs before the council, and certainly Mr. Wallace knows this. This was a very lengthy, detailed process. We wanted to make sure we got it right. This is a very important position. Anytime, and as a father of 3 children who went through our Prince George's County school system, there's nothing more precious to my wife and I than our children. And when we put them in the hands of other folks, we take that very seriously. We also take very seriously the governance of our children. So we're no different than parents throughout Prince George's County. And so when you assume this role, as Ms. Boston has on the school board, you step into one of the most important roles that we could ever have. And it's probably no secret to anybody that this administration pays a very special, close attention to education. I don't know, it has something to do with the county executive. I don't know what that got me. But it does mean that we take the process of appointing someone on the board as serious as we can. We want somebody not just to follow, but also to lead, but also understand where we're trying to take this school system. Out of all of the candidates that we interviewed and asked very tough questions, you were the one that most impressed us, Mr. Wallace. Despite being very young, we were really impressed with your knowledge, your tenacity, the fact that you want to come onto the board and hit the ground running. And that, really, really sets you apart. So what it means is that there are high expectations. And we want you to meet those high expectations. And we know that you can. And our job at the executive branch and those on the school board is to help you. And I want you to know we're a resource to do that. We know you're going to go a long way. And with that, we're very excited. I know your family's excited. Let's get you sworn in. Why don't we do that now?
I, Kennard Alexander Wallace,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and that I will be faithful
and that I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland
and support the Constitution
and support the Constitution
and laws thereof,
and laws thereof,
and that I will support
and that I will support
the charter and laws
the charter and laws
of Prince George's County,
of Prince George's County,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
Board Member for the Board of Education
Board Member for the Board of Education
for Prince George's County,
for Prince George's County,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of this state
and laws of this state,
and the charter and laws
and the charter and laws
of Prince George's County.
of Prince George's County.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Let me get this. We're going to get a picture and where's your family also?
Okay, so first and foremost, I'd like to thank my family for being here, taking off work and school, for being here. I have my mother, Denise, and my father, Albert Wallace. And I have my Aunt Velma Marshall here, and then my brother who's missing school at Dr. Henry A. Wise Junior High School. He's a senior. And, And actually, he's going to go right across the street to Station 20, where he's a volunteer firefighter. 17 years old, volunteer firefighter in Prince George's County. I couldn't be more proud of him. Thank you, Mr. Baker, and your team here who have helped me not only in the past couple of weeks, but over the course of this whole application and appointment process. I couldn't ask for more guidance and a better team to work with and through the ups and downs of the appointment process. And to the residents of District 7 on the Board of Education, I look forward to working with you all. To the students, I look forward to making sure that your education experience is the best in the state. And to all members of government, local, the state, federal, and all branches, I look forward to working with you to make sure that we get as much resources to our school system as possible. I couldn't ask for a more opportune time to serve my neighbors, my county, and my state, and I look forward to working with every member on the Board of Education. Vice Chair Boston, I thank you for those kind words in meeting with me, and I look forward to working with you and the chair directly to making sure that we represent not only the 7th district, but all the districts in our Board of Education in Prince George's County to the best of our ability. Thank you all very much.
Let's get some photos. Here we go.